My parents sold my inheritance to fund my sister's wedding, so I evicted them. I'm 24, and my grandmother recently passed away. She was the only person who truly understood me. Before she died, she left me her vintage 1967 Mustang. It wasn't just a car. We spent 4 years in her garage restoring it together. Every bolt and every coat of paint was a memory of her. It was my most prized possession. Since I'm currently finishing my final year of college and living in a small dorm, I kept the car in my parents' garage for safekeeping. Or so I thought. Last weekend, I drove home to take the Mustang out for a sunrise drive. When I opened the garage, my heart stopped. The space was empty. No car, no tools, just a few oil stains on the concrete. I ran inside, panicking, thinking it had been stolen. My mom was in the kitchen, calmly sipping coffee. When I told her the car was gone, she didn't even look up from her phone. She simply said, "Oh, we sold it on Tuesday. Your sister needed the extra money for her destination wedding in Italy. You don't even drive it that much, and it was just taking up space." I felt like the air had been kicked out of my lungs. They sold my inheritance, my last connection to my grandmother, for $15,000 just to fund a week of partying in Europe. My dad walked in and added, "Don't be selfish. It's for family. You can always buy another car later, but your sister only gets married once." That's when something inside me snapped. I realized they didn't see me as a son. They saw me as a bank. But here's the part they didn't know. My grandmother was a very smart woman. She knew my father had a gambling problem and had filed for bankruptcy twice. Because of that, she never put the family house in his name. She bought it for them 20 years ago, but the deed remained strictly in her name. In her will, she left that house, the very roof over their heads, entirely to me. I hadn't told them yet because I wanted them to live there peacefully, but after they sold my car without a second thought, I realized I didn't owe them that kindness anymore. The next morning, I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I simply called a real estate agent and a lawyer. 2 days later, I walked into the living room and handed my parents a formal eviction notice. My mom laughed, thinking it was a joke. But when my dad read the legal documents, his face went completely white. He looked at me and stuttered, "You can't do this. This is our home." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Actually, it's my house, and I've decided to sell it. I need the money to buy back my Mustang from the person you sold it to, and whatever is left will go into my savings. You have 30 days to pack your things." My sister called me screaming, saying I was ruining her wedding and her life. My mom has been crying nonstop, calling me a heartless monster. My dad is begging me to reconsider, saying they have nowhere else to go. I just told them the same thing they told me. Don't be selfish. It's for family. Now they're scrambling to find an apartment they can't afford, and my sister's wedding has been canceled because they have to use her wedding fund for a down payment on a rental. Am I the jerk for evicting my parents after they sold the only thing I had left of my grandmother?